We're gonna have to actually go down there, aren't we? Jules looks
Okay.
really unhappy with that conclusion.
Lania looks a little bit, not quite unhappy, just a little uncomfortable with the idea.
What, of going into the sewers?
Are you checking the guards again?
Well, yeah, the idea of going into the sewers makes him a little uncomfortable.
Just set it all on fire.
That is the plan, yes.
Weren't we going to try and find fertilizer?
Yeah, we may as well find out where that is. I turned to the blacksmith. You good to move on to the fertilizer now? In case we have to burn this thing out?
He nods sort of shakily, almost eagerly, as he can see the bodies and limbs strewn on the interior, inside the inn, from his peripheral vision. He nods and he turns around and says, "Yes, yeah, I'll bring you to the farming grounds. Why don't you follow me?" And so he leads you off your cohort towards the agricultural site, and you start seeing the change maybe about 10-15 minutes into your walk. You find that the buildings start to become more. It becomes less densely populated by buildings and more so gapped out and spaced out, with a lot more land laying around. You begin to start finding, perhaps not paddy fields, but sort of lands that hold
crops.
Crops, yes, crops. Thank you. Crops that you're not quite familiar with. You've never seen them. They seem to be sort of.
Have we seen any animals since we got into the village?
Not currently, no. You have not seen any animals.
Like no flies or anything, even? No
flies. Alright, so as the blacksmith leads you onwards, you find that the crops grow denser and denser. Though they seem to be wilting now because they haven't been maintained and taken care of for quite a while. And he looks sort of downtrodden by the state of his fair city and how it's gone. Eventually, he brings you to a sort of a large farm area, and he gestures to the wide open. He says, "This is generally where we keep all our supplies together. It's all here. What are you looking for again? Fertilizer?"
Very flammable fertilizer.
He kind of smiles, sort of very tersely at you. I'm not quite sure if they're flammable because we've never tried, but I'm sure you'll find a way. And he raises his hand and gestures over to one of the sort of small little decrepit almost buildings to the side. We leave most of our fertilizers in there.
Right, let's go have a look.
Around that area, there should be mounds of it. And so he leads you over. And you find that next to the building, there's quite a bit of fertilizer left on both sides. Kind of packaged into little into sort of the bags, if you will,
Just
and
a fuckload of
sacks. And there's a small mound of it next to them that they seem to have been in the middle of spading out and carrying over to their crops before the mishap taken place.
Lyanna looks to see if there's a mound or an area that's further away, so that they can test to see if it's flammable.
You find that the area is generally filled with crops and what have you, flammable objects. However, the blacksmith does tell you that he's willing to let you do whatever it is you need. Because at this point, there's no purpose in having crops if his people weren't able to live freely.
Okay, let's find a moderately sized pile where if we set that on fire, we're not going to burn the entire supply and set it on fire.
Lyanna will just pick up one of the sacks and puts it away from the rest of the pile near a more wilted and dried out patch of the crops.
That's perhaps about 15-20 feet away from where your group is standing.
Okay.
Laniel has been growing paler and paler as the talk of fire continues.
The blacksmith looks at Lania and sort of again claps his shoulder. "You're alright, boy. You're not looking very well."
Alchemists.
Laniel nods shakily and mutters a very quiet, so only the blacksmith can hear. Not too fond of fire.
The blacksmith sort of looks knowingly at you and nods his head. "I understand that." And then the blacksmith calls out to the rest of the group. "Oi, why doesn't this boy stay with me? I would like some adventure protection, if you will." And he holds onto Laniel's sort of shoulder as best he can.
While he's still pale and shaky, he mutters protection from a sorcerer. You sure?
You have mage armor. Actually, your spells haven't renewed. How many spells do you have left?
3.
Right, that's enough.
Yeah.
Alright, so you walk over to the sack. Do you just throw the sack there onto the ground and just light it?
I think Diana dropped the sack, so yeah, I just light a match and toss it on.
Alright, you toss it on and it quickly catches fire. And it ignites very, very, very quickly. However, you find that the flame is, while it's crackling and it's quite intense, it's not quite the explosive effect that you had been looking for.
So, on a scale of not flammable to as flammable as the goo we set on fire, where is this?
It is definitely more flammable than the goo.
But it's not
the fires.
explosion.
However, it's not very, it's not as quick to set as
The goo.
had something else.
Right. We could probably use this as a barricade against the goo. You know, like if we went down into the sewer and we knew where it was, we could have a few bags of this, block off part of the tunnels, get it to chase us past them, and then set it on fire. Jesus Christ!
You can, you don't see any that seem harvestable, but you can ask the blacksmith.
You have like rations on you, don't you?
She ate all those already, right?
You can ask the blacksmith.
So Susan will ask. She'll ask, is any of this salvageable?
The blacksmith sort of looks around and he shakes his head. It doesn't look like these are salvageable, but if you're hungry, adventurer, we've been stockpiling some of our crops back in the farm at the back. If you're interested, they should still be okay. They should still be relatively in good relative condition. Would you like me to get you some?
If you can spare them.
Yeah. If you know,
course,
you can spare
anything
some
for you. If you can save our city, you can have whatever you'd like. And so he quickly sort of you watch him scamper off towards the little barn area that he had pointed out, and he goes around the back and enters, and you don't hear from him a while. About a minute passes maybe before you hear a sort of a loud scream and like the sound of things violently being thrown about and just loud banging coming from the direction of the farmhouse.
Well,
Yeah,
Laniel books it right over there.
Yeah, Lyanna rushes
That's how
I
by.
don't know if I want these crops anymore.
Do you? There is a front door.
It's over there.
There's a front door. Okay, I'll describe the farmhouse. The farmhouse is about quite. It's not very. It's nothing special. It's just a normal sort of barnish area. There are two of the strong front wooden doors that you could probably seems to be doesn't seem to be locked or anything. And then there's the what you would assume is a back way if you had followed the blacksmith.
We still hear the banging.
You hear some banging, yes. You hear some yelling and crushing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, Aegon takes the same path that the blacksmith did. Who else follows?
I'll follow him.
Lyanna
Okay.
follows.
Okay, Leona goes the same direction. You all dash off towards the back room. You you veer around the corner and you find a door unhinged, and screaming goes louder and the toppling of things and the crashing gets more
Who's
violent.
the screaming sound
The
like?
screaming sounds like it's from the blacksmith.
Ah, right, okay. Well, I assume we rush in.
Yes, you can. Is that what you'd like to do?
Yes.
I'm going to rush in, but I'm not going to be the first one in.
Okay.
I'm
I
gonna be
assume
the
Aegon
first one
rushes
in.
in first then.
Well, I was
Aegon
gonna
rushes
say
in.
they probably overtake
Or-
Aegon. If you want to let them nurse the first.
They probably would, yeah.
Screw it now. In a few levels, you puny mortals will be trembling at my ferocious speed. Just
But
not
for
yet.
now,
His leg
Right,
is preferred
now.
longer.
since me and Liana are the same speed, I'll slow down just enough to let Liana go in first.
Well,
Yeah.
Mirasfall
Okay.
wanted to. Didn't you want to go in first, Sean?
I go first.
Alright, I
Not the
assume-
squishy
okay.
ones. Yeah.
So Mirasfall, sort of, with his instinct to protect people, as soon as he heard the scream, sort of sprinted ahead of all of you with his amazing sort of strength and might, and then he kicks up all the mud around him and everything. He's dashing it towards
Falls
mud
over
turns
into
to
the
glass.
fertilizer,
towards the
gets
barn.
up.
His sword and his shield sort of at the ready. He whips them out as he's in mid sprint, and he veers around the corner and then just quickly runs into the barn. And Rasfall, you see that there's a giant sort of gray oozing slime, about maybe 3 feet tall, 5 feet long, sort of trying to grasp and slam onto the blacksmith who's down on his back, and then he's violently trying to fight it off with his sword and kicking it and screaming for help. The goo seems not to have noticed you. What would you like to do?
I skid to a halt from still a safe distance and shout over my shoulder at the rest of the party. We got a big ass slime here. Can anybody get some fertilizer? Might need to burn this.
I'm behind him, right?
Yes, you and Liana both.
Okay, I want to stuff a bit of cloth into the neck of the bottle, light it on fire, and throw it at the slime.
With the blacksmith next to it.
I can.
He's already been slimed. He's dead.
No,
He hasn't been slimed yet.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, then I don't do that.
Damn it,
He's still
Glant.
okay.
I mean, what?
He's still okay.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to get ready to do that, making sure Miris is between me and the slime. Can I see
You
if
can-
it has
Jules.
visible eyes?
From what you can tell, it has no eyes.
Right, I'm assuming that thing's omnidirectional senses.
Okay. Since Lyanna technically rushes in before Jules, is Lyanna able to at least attack it to distract it?
With Miraz's shout, it sort of you watch it sort of loop back, like kind of wiggles backwards, and it sort of turns towards you guys. So I would like for everyone to roll initiative.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, 24.
Jesus.
Whatever I'm doing it first. Unless Mega. Oi, what's your initiative?
+5. 23.
Right. So
Okay,
I'm...
give me a second to note this all down.
Boom! Oxy goes fast.
Wait, what's Nixxi's initiative bonus?
1.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
I meant the roll was good, not that she was...
Oh, I get a +7, so that's
You're going same
25.
time as me.
Oh god, damn it.
Gotta roll
I'm
for
at the front yet. I'm probably gonna.
Yeah, but
act
let's
for
see what
last.
Mega gets. What's your yours is like 7 or something?
Oh.
Alright, Mega goes first, then me or Glant.
Wait, no, I have a hold on. Oh, wait, hold. 24. I have a 24. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so me and you need to roll.
Okay, that's just a D. All right.
16.
Shit.
L.
Hey, damn it.
Okay.
Get
Mega
memed on,
Glant
Ninja.
me.
Wow, so do we all go before the slime?
Wait, you said it
Yes.
oozed back.
It turned towards
So-
us.
How close is it to him now?
Well,
It is still just a few steps away from the blacksmith.
Is it within firebomb range?
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Okay.
from what the slime that we burned earlier, did it? I don't remember. Did it have like an explosive reaction to the fire, or did it just ignite and then burn rapidly?
It just ignited.
It burned and
Burnt.
smelled really, really bad.
It did not
Okay.
have any sort of explosive reaction, from what I could tell. Hello, Nikki. Welcome back.
Welcome
What
back.
colour is it? Grey, is it?
It is sort of a gray, almost transparent color.